It's launch week! Technically it's a relaunch, but not really. That's upside down. You're welcome. So I'm probably going to be living life as a puddle. So we did in fact have a heat wave. My beautiful custom fabric has not arrived. This is the moment. Huzzah, you have published 80 listings. Then I heard crickets. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Luna. I'm an independently published fantasy author and small business owner. I create fantasy inspired customizable reading journals called the Bookish Buddy and other bookish goodies. In last week's video we started the prep work for the first physical Bookish Buddy launch, which is happening at the end of June. There were, as always, a few side quests where I spent some time with my bestie and her adorable dog and got up at 4 a.m. to go for a sunrise swim for the summer solstice. If you missed it, I will link last week's video below. This week is launch week, so the main quest is going to be finishing all the prep work and the listings and everything for the launch day, which is happening on Saturday. But as always, there are more than likely going to be some side quests, so if that sounds like fun, I would love for you to join me on this week's adventure. Hello friends and happy Monday. It's launch week! Yes, you heard me right. I am starting the recording on the correct day this week. I have a lot to do. So I was like, we need to get cracking straight away. Monday, let's get on it. I'm so excited for this product launch. I have been thinking about this, dreaming about this, planning for this for weeks and weeks and weeks now, and the week is finally here. The launch is happening on Saturday. By the time I put this video out, it will have already happened, but I would really like for you to come along on this journey with me while I prepare the final sprint towards the finish line to get this product launch successful. So as you know by now, this weekend coming is going to be the first physical Bookish Buddy launch, and your girl's got a lot to do. And I've been saying that ever since I announced the launch, but I really do. The last couple of weeks haven't exactly gone to plan. There's been a few side quests, there's been a few bumps in the road, but I am manifesting a successful launch, and I have enough time this week, I think, to get the majority of what I want to do done. So I've broken it down into a few steps. Step one is to create and finish having all of the physical items that I need. Now, that being said, the only thing that I really need is the traveler style Bookish Buddy. If you remember from last week's video, I ordered new interfacing and it came and it was a bit thicker, and I had like a weird thick edge after I'd cut out the leather and the fabric and everything, and I had to kind of go back to the drawing board and come up with a new way of making the Bookish Buddy itself so that it had like a thinner, neater edge to it, which I have now come up with. So I just need to make another one so that I've got something to film with and photograph for listings and things like that. I do have a couple of other stickers and sticker sheets I wanted to design, but I think I'm going to park them until a little bit closer to the time, because I'd rather have everything I've got already photographed, listed, ready to go on the website, on my Etsy, so that if I have like spare time at the end of the week, which, let's be realistic, your girl has ADHD, chances are I'm not going to have the spare time by the end of the week. But if I do, then I can add any additional products that I want to. If I don't, then I can always do like a mini extra launch, like a top-up launch, if you like, at a later date, and I can add some of the extra bits and pieces then, such as the extra stickers and sticker sheets that I had in mind. There's a few sticker pages I wanted to do, and there are some bundles that I still haven't kind of compiled and designed the listing graphics for and things like that. But I think the priority is to get the 2 Bookish Buddies listed and available, and all of the sort of standard pages. I can do the rest at a later date if it comes to it. So once I have the physical items finished, all I need to do is the Traveller Star Bookish Buddy. Then it's just to make sure I've got everything photographed. As you saw from last week's video as well, I've had a delivery of the bookmarks, so I can photograph those. And then it's just designing the last few listings and getting everything loaded up on Etsy and Wix. I have 90% of everything already listed on Etsy and about 40% of things listed on Wix. So I'm hopeful. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. I'm really sorry if you had the strangest little pug noise then. I don't know what's going on with Dexter today. So yeah, I have a lot of work to do and I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But it's going to be fine. So we do have a lot to do, but I am feeling positive and I have enough time. I have my afternoons, I have all day Wednesday because I have a non-working day on Wednesday, and I have a little bit of time Saturday morning if I absolutely need it. But I'm pretty confident that I can get a majority of what I want done in time for the launch on Saturday. So I'm going to get cracking. Job one is to make the Traveller Style Bookish Buddy. After that, I'm going to do some photography. I also really wanted to film a mini video of how to load up a traveler's journal with the elastic mechanisms inside, which is going to be like an additional YouTube video that I'm going to put out and link to the product page and things like that. So that needs to be recorded as well. So yeah, I'm going to go get cracking. Okay, we are cooking. I have just finished doing the new Traveller Style Journal with the new technique where I cut the interfacing and bundle web slightly smaller than the fabric and the leather. And look at that lovely thin edge. Beautiful. I'm loving that. Very happy with that. So this is a complete full Traveller Style Bookish Buddy. Got the little charm on there, got all the elastic in. If I take that out, the inside with the custom fabric is just looking beautiful. So that's upside down. You're welcome. I am going to go and do some photography and I'm going to maybe do the video with how to load them up. I feel like that needs to be available before people start buying them. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I'm going to do the photography. I'm going to do the how to load up a traveller style journal video, and I will probably see you tomorrow. I just wanted to add as well that there is a possibility that I may not be filming myself a huge bunch this week, just the what I'm doing side of things, only because we have now had a red alert warning thing from the weather people to say that it is going to be a horrendous heat wave for the next few days. It's already really muggy today, even though it's been raining and it's all grey and overcast. So I'm probably going to be living life as a puddle. So I'm not really going to want to be on film for that. So there is a high possibility that most of this week's vlog is going to be sort of faceless content, because nobody wants to see me struggling in the heat. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know. Happy Friday. I know, long time no chat. So we did in fact have a heat wave and it has made living unbearable for the last few days. So I haven't wanted to show my face on camera, but I have tried to record as much as possible of what I've been up to, which hasn't been anywhere near as much as I would have liked. Not only has the heat made it feel like my brain is literally on fire, but the nice weather brings people out and about. And as I've told you all before, I have ADHD, so my back garden backs onto another 5 people's gardens, and I live in quite a big cluster of houses. So when the weather's really nice, a lot of my neighbours take their garden, and it can be really, really hard to stay focused because I get very easily distracted and overwhelmed by all of the conversations and kids playing and music and things like that. And it's very, very overstimulating, and I have not been able to concentrate for the last few days at all because I have been close to death in terms of heat and very, very distracted by all of the sounds and things going on outside. So I have, let me think, I still have 20 things to list on Etsy. I did go back to the drawing board with a few of my product listings and photography because I changed my mind about a few things and I wanted to make sure that I had it exactly how I wanted it, and I still have to then list most of it also on Wix. So I have around 80 listings still to do, and it is 3 o'clock on Friday and my launch is at 12 o'clock tomorrow, so I do not have enough time. The weather has now cooled down quite a lot. It's 10 degrees cooler today than it was yesterday and the last few days, so I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to lock in. When I did my last product launch, I was able to average about 10 listings an hour once I was really locked in, but at that point I was doing one item on Etsy, then on Wix, then another item on Etsy, then on Wix, and it definitely takes longer to list things on Etsy than it does on Wix. And this time I've done all my Etsy listings first, so I'm hoping that once I've got all the Etsy listings finished, I'm going to be able to really lock in and get the Wix ones done quite quickly. I have also had to just decide that there's a few things I'm just not going to have time to include in this particular launch. I've left it at the number of items that I had at the beginning of the week because I just haven't had time or the energy to design and photograph and everything any more products, and this listing batch is already huge and I'm already so overwhelmed. I just don't want to add to it. But what that does mean is we are going to have a top-up launch probably in the next few weeks, just with all the additional items that I didn't include in round 1. I did also manage to get quite a lot of pages and booklets printed, so I've got at least 2 of everything, and then the pages and things that I think are going to be more popular, I've got at least 10 of those, but it's really hard to tell. Like, I know what I think is going to be popular, but until I start to see that in reality and see what people prefer, then I'll be able to gauge easier what it is I need to stay on top of stock wise, because I don't want to print too many things only for it to get wasted, because I don't want to waste the paper, but also I wanted to try and make sure that I had enough just in case, so that I wasn't in like a mad rush if and when I got any sales. I also had a little bit of bad news. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, or you saw my short earlier in the week, I had a notification from the company that I ordered my custom fabric from saying that the international courier had lost it. So my fabric, my beautiful custom fabric has not arrived. As I explained to you, when I got the first lot, it was a sample batch, so it was just a meter's worth, which was only enough to make 6 Bookish Buddies. So I have 3 of each for this launch, and I don't have any more fabric to make any more at this point. The company that I ordered the fabric from have been great, and they've agreed to reprint and reship it to me, but it takes about 2 weeks to get here and they haven't sent it yet, because they still need to manufacture it. So I'm waiting on the fabric to come, and I'm just hoping that I don't sell out and that people don't get too mad at me if the actual Bookish Buddies aren't available straight away, because I literally only have 3 of each. So with all that being said, it is now gone 3 o'clock and I have 80 listings or more to do, and like not enough time to do them all. So I'm gonna crack on, and the next time you see me will probably be tomorrow afternoon when we get ready for the first Bookish Buddy physical relaunch. Good morning, friends, and happy Saturday. It's launch day. I am so excited. I've hardly slept. That is a little bit to do with the fact that I had so much I still needed to do, and spoiler, I did not get it all done. It is about 20 to 12 and I stayed up really late last night, and I was up quite early this morning trying to get everything done, but we haven't quite got there. everything is listed on my Etsy site, so I'm really happy about that. But I haven't quite gotten around to listing everything on my Wix site yet, but that's fine. I think if anyone's going to be going online, they're going to look for me and Etsy first. One of the issues that I came up against was I was aware that Etsy offered the option of having videos as part of the listing. And so for some of the booklets that weren't just repeats of the same page all the way through, I wanted to do kind of like a little flick through so you could see which pages were included, especially the annual and monthly trackers. And the videos can only be 10 seconds long, and I didn't realize that. And some of the videos were quite a bit longer than that. So I got to doing those listings and I couldn't upload the videos. And by that point, it was dark. So I had to wait until this morning when the sun came up to then redo the videos. But the videos just weren't, I couldn't get them in to that 10-second time frame. So I decided to do photography for them instead. So then I had to create new listing images and graphics and things, because I don't just load the photos. I have like a border and other things on the image. So that took a little bit of extra time. So I was a little bit stressed out about that. I've also had a few life things this morning that I've had to deal with and take care of. So I haven't had as much time this morning as I wanted either. But we live and learn, and there were 80 plus listings to do, and that was 80 on Wix and 80 on Etsy. So the 80 are up on Etsy. That's fine, and we're just not quite there yet with Wix, but that's fine. I can do that for the rest of the day. So I'm all ready to go on Etsy. The listings that I've got on Wix are already live. Shh, don't tell anybody. And yeah, I'm just getting ready to push that button at 12 o'clock on my Etsy page. I also had a delivery this morning. My fabric has arrived. I'm assuming this is the one that got lost, that was supposed to arrive on Monday. Better late than never, I guess. So I have increased the listing quantity for the physical Bookish Buddies, just because I've got everything I need now to make them. So originally I just listed 3 of each style, but I've gone up to 5 just because I can make them pretty quickly. So if more than the 3 sell, I've got time to quite quickly make the remaining stock. And then as I make more, probably next week, I will increase the quantity again on my listings. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of take a moment, because this is where I wanted to be. This is the moment that I kind of thought about months ago when I first decided to rebrand and relaunch the Bookish Buddy system and create something that I think is quite unique and niche. And obviously, I did the digital launch, but that was kind of the footwork, that was laying the foundation for this. And now I'm launching the physical product, like literally build your own customizable reading journal system. And this is it. Like, I'm ready to go. And I just wanted to sort of spend a minute just like, we're here. Like, I've done it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to launch. And today's the day. So yeah, I'm going to just have a little happy dance in the corner for a minute, and I will come back to you at 12 o'clock when I push the launch button. Okay, so it is like 1 minute to 12 now. As it stands, there's nobody on my website. And I don't know if there's a way you can see if anybody is on your Etsy page. I'm not sure. So who knows? But I am ready to push the publish button. So it's done. Oh my gosh. Huzzah, you have published 80 listings. My gosh, that is so much work over the last couple of weeks. I'm just mind boggled at how much has happened in the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, there you go. The launch is done. I am going to probably spend the rest of the day. I'm going to try and list a few more things on my Wix page, but I do want to have a little bit of a celebrate later. I'm going to make me and my partner a nice dinner. And one of her favorite ways to spend time with me is for us to do gaming together. So we we chat, we tease each other, we have a laugh. So I'll probably do some of that this afternoon. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated on how it goes, but I will probably speak to you all tomorrow. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. So, as you know, yesterday was the physical launch of the Herbalist Bookish Buddy collection. And I already had everything listed on my Etsy. And when it was launch time at 12 o'clock, I didn't quite have everything on my Wix website, but I do now. And then I heard crickets. So, yeah, I'm going to be real with you, zero sales. And is that a little bit disappointing? Yes, yes, it is. However, I'm not deterred. I'm not giving up. I still really believe in the Bookish Buddy. I believe in myself, and I'm still confident that this is going to be a successful endeavor. So I am going to do a separate video for what I think went well and what I think could have gone better. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm going to release that later on next week. For today, I think I am going to go back to the drawing board a little bit and just have a little look at my plan moving forward in terms of content and listings and things like that, and things that I can work on to improve. So I'm going to leave this video here. If you got this far, please leave one of these emojis in the comments. And I hope that you have a magical rest of your week and that all your reads are 5 stars. And I will see you next time.